Captain America, something like that? I don't know. You seem to be interested in it.
Yeah.
you got something coming out in a few weeks. Read something.
Yeah, we're rebirthing Captain America.
Well, that sounds.
I am. He's not involved. He quit in a huff. It's like only if they leave him dead. That's down above.
Wow.
Steve hates America.
And you've got together some killed him, not me.
I said wounded.
I misread that.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. You got the Marvels project together, which is really, really top secret. The solicitations aren't telling us very much. So, can you tell us anything about that at all?
No. Yeah, the Marvels project. I don't think it's top secret. I think you're confusing it with Reborn.
I don't think they're all running together.
Oh yeah. The Marvels project is basically the in continuity origin of the Marvel universe, basically, which is basically from 1939 till 1942. So it's all sort of a giant espionage pre-World War II story. And it's something that is tied. It's the centerpiece of Marvel's 70th anniversary celebration that they offered me and Steve to do. And it's cool because if you look back, really the only time in recent history they've even touched on that era in sort of an in-continuity way is in Marvels, and they spent just about 22 pages there and sort of glossed over the entirety of World War II, of World War II in the 40s, and the origin of all these heroes. And so I was looking back through all that stuff after Tom offered me the project, and I realized there's this giant untold story of sort of it's kind of like the right stuff, but in the Marvel universe, and this pre-World War II espionage tale. So it's this big epic with all the early Marvel heroes and characters involved in it. And Steve, I think, is doing some of his career best work on it. He'll probably say he's not. He still thinks El Cazador's the best.
I'm going to try and drag a few cross-gen stories out of you while I curse these. I don't know, see if they... Because there's an amazing number of cross-gen survivors like this show. I don't know if I get to get, do you sort of remember what happened?
Yeah, someday somebody will write a book with all that. Very entertaining.
Okay.
It'll probably be Mark Wade from published by
But the Marvels project, I mean, Marvel's been doing the 70th anniversary celebration. They've been reprinting a lot of their early books. There's been some very, very weird characters that have come out. I'm still not sure what I thought it was going to have a guy in a yellow costume called the Wizard.
Yeah, I don't think they understood what that word meant in the 40s.
Time changed everything. But when you first of the characters will be seeing this thing, I saw like the Angel will be in that.
Yeah, the Angel is sort of one of the main narrators of the story, and
actually, Ed has a pretty cool twist on the Angel. I don't want to give it away. But
yeah,
I know the first issue.
Well, do you guys read The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? Well, there's a guy, Justin Evans, who annotates it all and is sort of like one of Alan Moore's researchers, and he's a friend of mine, so I just asked him to help me with the planning and research for all this stuff, because he knows everything about the pulps and the early comics and stuff. So he's been my research assistant on this stuff, so I get everything right. And he told me that Khazar and the Angel are the only two characters that crossed over from the pulps to comic books when Martin Goodman, the original Marvel publisher, was a pulp publisher originally, and then he started doing comic books. And so the Angel has this incredibly interesting background that they never actually brought into the comic book part of his history, so I was able to sort of grab that. And it's going to be a lot of fun. The Angel is one of our main characters. Human Torch, of course. Steve Rogers. We'll see. Going from the skinny kid to Captain America. Prince Namor will finally see why he hates surface people so much. And it really is about it's like this. Imagine the race to create an atomic bomb, but all these different countries in the early days of World War II are racing to create atomic people. So it's this giant epic story, and it's just a lot of fun. Nazi spies in America trying to infiltrate the super soldier, program, and get to see how Dr. Erskine defected from Germany to America, and just all the stuff that I'm able to sort of grab, the bits and pieces that actually happened. You know, these weird little Marvel characters who appeared in one comic in 1940 and then you never saw them again. It's like, well, maybe it's because they got whacked.
Well, there's any overlap from Straczynski's The 12, which I'm still waiting for the rest of that to come out.
Yeah, we're probably waiting a long time. There are some of the characters from that are in it. A lot of those characters didn't appear until after, you know, until the mid-40s. Our story takes place from the like 1938 to right after Pearl Harbor, and that's sort of the beginning phase of heroes in the Marvel world. And if we do some sequels to it, which is something we've talked about, we might do a World War II and then a 50s or something like that. And if we do that, then there'll be more. But yeah, I mean, Electro is in it because Electro is a government-funded, you know, super robot monster. And the little bits and pieces here that I'm trying not to step on his toes too much on that. I know you didn't touch on too much of the stuff in the 40s, but you know.
Were there any characters either of you just found in this research where you just said, "Oh my God, I've got to use this one I've never heard"?
Yeah, tons of them. One of my favorite Marvel characters actually only appeared once or twice, and I just brought it into the story. This character, John Steele, who was sort of a precursor to Luke Cage, actually. He was just a soldier who apparently had, you know, amazing super strength and bulletproof skin. And I was like, oh, hey. So you find these little links to modern characters when you go back and see these old characters who appeared once or twice, and figure out a way to create the thread and tie stuff together. It's a great way to create that story, because you look at the stuff that's there and you look at the holes and figure out how to weave it all. Because nobody ever planned for all the stuff that makes sense in one world, so to be able to go back and you know, take that time and tell this big epic story as if it was all meant to be. It's a really fun way to do it, actually. It's like the world's most giant retcon.
Steve,
in a good way.
Steve, did you get a chance to redesign or tweak the costumes a bit, because some of them were a little, well, Father Time, for example, the first character Stan Lee ever did, he fought crime